Our pilot was rescued safely because of Donald Trump, and that's the difference between competent leadership and whatever it was we had in the White House before. And if you think I'm being too sycophantic, this is too much for Newsmax, look at this right here. Again, take a look. This is the U.S. evacuation of Afghanistan during the Afghanistan withdrawal under Joe Biden. Same military, different man running the show at the White House. Take a look at this. Again, same military, different American president. And then, after 13 U.S. service members were killed by a suicide bomber at that airport, the U.S. Army retaliated. But instead of hitting their target, they missed, and they killed an innocent family. 10 innocent people were killed, including 7 children. But this is how our military, under Joe Biden, described that strike after it happened. Again, after we murdered 10 innocent people.
Were there others killed? Yes, there are others killed. Who they are, we don't know. We'll try to sort through all that. But we believe that the procedures at this point, I don't want to influence the outcome of an investigation, but at this point we think that the procedures were correctly followed and it was a righteous strike.
A righteous strike. That's Mark Milley right there. 10 innocent people, 7 children, 1 3-year-old little girl killed. And he says it was a righteous strike. Thank goodness that is in the past. That was then. This was today after the most daring and successful U.S. rescue mission we've seen in decades, and after failures that have all been made into movies. Every U.S. failure gets made into a movie. Benghazi, Black Hawk Down, Behind Enemy Lines, Lone Survivor, Joe Biden. That'll be a movie. It'll be a bad one. Here was our military leadership and CIA leadership today.
Mr. President, I've had the privilege of seeing you act with political courage in the best interest of the United States up close on a daily basis, and I'm grateful that this successful mission has given the American people a window into that as well. It is an honor to serve under a leader who just proved that you can believe him when he says, no matter what, we will leave no one behind. We will come for you. Thank you.
So the tone is a little bit different now, isn't it? Because everything is a little bit different under this president. Think about that, and think about what life was like when you worked for a competent boss, if you ever had. Not everybody gets that, but most people do at least once. And I'm sorry, but instead of writing about Ukraine for like the 10,000th time over the last 5 years, instead of writing about how expensive the planes were that we lost this weekend, instead of the lives that were saved, while you covered up the billions of dollars in U.S. military equipment that Joe Biden handed the Taliban in Afghanistan, so much so they held a military parade. That's what that is right now. In Kabul, after we left, that's all our stuff. Joe just left it. Our own media didn't care. Maybe cover the fact that over the last 10 months, we've seen 3 operations from our own military that we have never seen before with 0 U.S. casualties. It started last June when we sent B-2 bombers from Missouri to hit nuclear sites well inside Iran. Then in January, we all woke up to the news on that Saturday morning that a raid had been conducted overnight to arrest Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro. Remember that? And then came yesterday, Easter Sunday, and a mission so complex that when they do make this into a movie one day, and they will, no one will believe that it actually happened. No man left behind should mean a whole lot more to Americans tonight. I hope it does. And the differences between us and them have never been more clear. We care about every American life. Do Democrats? I'll let you answer that. I have my own thoughts. But the incompetence of the Biden years compared to what we're seeing right now should also be clear. You don't hear stories like that coming out of Ukraine because we have the best fighting force in the world. And Iran better take this deal or it's going to get even worse for a country that just lost this war all over again on Easter Sunday.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.